Hello, and welcome to Powered Casual Presents 5 Hit List. And today, we are going to be talking about a very special, very unique topic: video game accessories. Now, not necessarily
Spoiler alert.
Yeah, spoiler alert. It's video game accessories. Not necessarily like video games themselves, or even the consoles or machines used to play the video games, but stuff that you didn't need to have to play the game, but you wanted, and like you kind of needed. You didn't like it wasn't a hard requirement to play, but to really enjoy it, you knew you needed it.
Need to go confirm my list right now. Yeah, no, we're good. We're good.
Wait, did I need this?
Did I need that? Is that a thing I needed?
Sean, is your dog on this list again?
My dog wasn't on last time's list.
That's true.
It's true.
Strongly hinted to have been on last week's list, but
I didn't strongly hint nothing. Somebody else said it, and I went with it.
That checks out.
Yeah, it checks out. Yeah, it does. The squished signal, like it just kind of looks like a mustache, like almost to me. It just looks like it's just
so cute.
It's a Wario mustache.
Yeah. All right, so to introduce our panel this time, it is technically the same panel as last time, as is our tradition. Try and do at least 2 in a row with a guest. So tonight, I'm Ian. I was also Ian last night, and hopefully I will continue to be Ian tomorrow night if everything goes as planned. Below me, we have Brian.
I was Brian last night, and I hope to be Brian later on and tomorrow.
Good. Flawless. Good work.
Yep.
Thank you. I'm just reading from the script.
Next to me, we have Sean.
Hi.
All right. And then, last but not least, our very special guest for this week, our good friend Zelda, who is, like we've already decided, has won the Cozy Award for this particular stream, also the Festive Award.
Like, our world famous friend Zelda.
Yeah.
So much to live up to. This is not a sponsored segment, but I did buy myself this for my birthday, and it's technically called an Oodie.
Oh, the Oodies, yeah.
What?
It's this big. I can't even.
Oh, is
it's like a.
It's got a pouch.
It's like a super 6X hoodie.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh man.
But you put it on a normal sized person, and it's comfy as hell.
And it's like, ooh, you can see my insides.
It's like fleece lined.
It's hard to see. It's like that textured kind of fleecy stuff. It's very plush, and it goes to my knees. And it's got German Shepherds on it. Uber monkey.
Ready to be
upset?
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Very good.
Here
it's
it comes.
It's pretty standard Thursday for you, buddy.
You came to the right place. Though, admittedly, I don't know. Like, I'm ready to be proven wrong, as I always am. But I am. I don't know how we're gonna be contentious tonight. So I'm ready.
Just do it
sure.
anyway.
I'm sure somebody figured out a way.
We'll find a way.
Yeah, like
we're gonna argue whether or not it's an accessory or not.
Yeah, probably. So who wants to go first?
I
just ate a cookie.
All right, so Zelda it is.
So not Zelda. Wait, it's 2 diametrically opposed decisions. I'll go first.
Okay.
There it is.
Somebody.
All right.
Okay. So my first accessory kind of changed my life as a kid. So the standard nuclear family is like, 2 kids. But we were in a household with 3 kids.
Oh God.
Which was always awkward. We couldn't get like family deals a lot of the time because we had too many kids. Like sitting at tables at restaurants was always a little awkward because we needed a slightly bigger table or someone sat like weirdly. And then with gaming, one of us kids was always left out. until this little doohickey came out, and it is the Hudson Super Multi-Tap
Oh.
for the Super Nintendo. Play Bomberman 4-player. You can do deals.
Oh yeah, Ark decided to make these like a sales flyer.
like a Cyber Monday sale.
So
Wow, what a deal!
this is why it pays to
timeless.
have a designer
Now timeful.
floating around.
So yeah, we finally were able to play games, all three of us together. Secret of Mana was one of the first games we ever played together to completion, and it needed exactly 3 players. So it was like, finally a game for us. But we also played the hell out of Bomberman.
But like, I'm just surprised because there were plenty of 2-player games, obviously, which was half the problem for a 3-sibling family, and then like 4-player games, crazy common.
Yeah,
but 3
is a super awkward number. Yeah. But yeah, Secret of Mana. Yeah, Secret of Mana is like one of the few. So yeah, and then later on, like now this is standard. Like every console comes with an ability to connect 4 or more. But this changed everything, in my opinion. Thank you.
Yeah, I agree.
Great choice.
Yep. My PS2 multi-tap was also a big necessity.
Heck yeah.
How many siblings do you have?
Me? Oh, none. I am an only child and happy to be so.
I know.
But no, I mean there are plenty of times like playing like Champions of Norath, like classic dungeon crawler beat 'em up game. Like having 4 people on the couch playing that is awesome. But the PS2 only has 2-player, so. But anyway, now it's my turn, isn't it?
Yes.
Do it.
So my number 5, it was, I consider it almost essential for the games that I use it for. However, the number of games that I use this accessory for is pretty limited. So it does mean that that it had to get bumped down the list because it didn't have the best utility. But
I forgot to do predictions.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Oh shit!
I did too. If you got any predictions, write them down.
Before you say anything,
think of them.
I definitely thought of a lot.
Keep them close. Keep them secret. We'll go through them at the end.
Oh man.
I won't say the ones that Zelda already spoiled. Yeah. To be fair.
Yeah, that's fair. Except for obviously audience, those in chat. If you have any predictions or ideas, just chuck them out there. So it's always more fun when you guys just like yell about what the next thing we're gonna say is. All right, so let's see. So Brian, I think I got
Hey.
Thought I had more.
Okay. Well, I think it'll be okay if we add more this time. I think we can call an audible and allow they don't all have to be done right away, because usually we're better about that, but we just kind of forgot this time.
We were too busy chatting.
Yeah.
About not this.
Yeah.
Yes. All right, I got mine.
All right.
I'm putting it up on my monitor as I do.
Okay. So the
Okay.
utility on mine, it made games so much more playable of a certain type of game, but it was only really that certain type of game. Yeah, Brian's got a pretty good idea. It is the HOTAS, which is the joystick and/or throttle. At the very least, the joystick. There are so many flight sim games that you can play it with a mouse and keyboard, and it's garbage. You can play it, and you can play it with a controller, and it's better. It's worlds better, even just upgrading to literally any controller with a thumbstick. Mm-hmm. But then, when you actually have like a proper joystick that actually has real range of motion and all of the buttons you could ever want. Like, yes. That just made playing any flight sim game, going back to the old original X-Wing and TIE Fighter games that made me get the joystick back in the early 2000s, to the Rogue Squadron games. Tachyon the Fringe was another flight sim that I sunk a lot of time into. Even like mini games, like if you had like Battlefront or like any game where there was a section where you hopped into a vehicle, swapping from mouse to keyboard to a joystick was just better.
I was reading the tiny text on there. Was 1.2 billion, now $200 maybe.
200 maybe. Yeah, I got lucky.
It's true.
The stick I have is a Logitech Extreme, very standard mid-level model, not crazy, but it's a good model. And I bought mine for like maybe $40 pre-pandemic, and then Squadrons and Windows Flight Simulator, Microsoft Flight Simulator came out like the same weekend, mid-pandemic, and
prices skyrocketed. Yeah.
And I was lucky enough to, last Christmas, the throttle pictured there.
Heart.
No, you gave me this. Actually.
I did.
Yeah,
that was my heart.
Yeah, a bunch of
what
friends went.
It?
This is my throttle for playing these games.
Oh.
It gave me even more buttons. It's the weirdest friggin' looking thing.
Now you got two thingies. You can...
Oh yeah, just the left hand right on there, joystick over here. But yeah, a bunch of friends went in on this for Christmas for me last year, and it's fantastic.
All organized by Brian.
Oh yeah.
Oh, nice, Uber. You have the same stick.
Oh yeah, it's a good stick. It does a great job.
Nice, treats you right.
Oh yeah, super good, and it's just good quality. It's a quality machine. I like it.
Yeah, from what you guys have described, it really, I mean, like playing the game on controller is fun, but like that really just the throttle just next levels the immersion and the fun factor.
Oh yeah, because like before, a lot of joysticks, you just have the stick side. They'll usually have a little paddle throttle, like it's actually, and it does the job.
Yeah, yours does.
Yeah, mine does. I can actually show you right here. It's this little boy back here, and it does the job. You can move it backward, forward. But flipping this little paddle back and forth to control the speed of a fighter, it's okay.
Immersive.
Yeah, but meanwhile, just like slamming the throttle backward and forward and like easing it, it's more fun. It's just more fun, even though it probably doesn't. Having the throttle didn't necessarily make me any better at playing the game, but it made me feel better.
It feels cool.
Yeah, I absolutely agree. Like when I don't have one of those, but when you go to an arcade and you're playing on like big manual stick things as opposed to like a controller, it just feels better. It just feels different.
So much more fun. That's like a textbook. So cool. What an accessory should do is just enhance it.
Yep.
Make it better.
So that's my number 5. Sean.
Okay. My number 5, we have not talked about yet tonight, but we have talked about extensively on this channel, and this might be the one thing that you guys give me hell for.
Okay.
Is it Spotify?
Getting in there early.
Let's go.
It's not
the
Spotify.
tweet said. Okay.
It's Audible, baby.
I would be madder if it was Audible.
Now, that being said, I did consider doing like a playlist or music or something like that. I did not, because for me, it's kind of an essential thing because that's what I listen to. I listen to podcasts and audiobooks and things like that. But no, my number 5 is Amiibos for the Nintendo Switch.
Oh. Yeah, I won't give you crap about that at all.
That's cool. Yeah.
I thought it might be trouble because it's just a range of things as opposed to like a thing, but they're pretty much only useful in 2 games, and that'd be Smash Brothers and The Legend of Zelda. But they're cool little figs, and they do stuff, and they're neat. So they're not essential. They are nice to have. and they look good displayed on a shelf. So
Yeah,
They are super cool.
They are.
the
Yeah.
Animal Crossing has the amiibo cards, which are like blind pack trading cards you can get, and
Animal Crossing
they are
does them too. Yeah,
game changers for playing Animal Crossing. Must haves.
Oh yeah. Like you can
So-
actually. It's just like no, I know what villager I want. It's this one, and I'm
Put 'em
making
in.
it happening.
Yeah. So it's they're great.
They are particularly good. Yeah, the Zelda games, both Breath of the Wild and the Hyrule Warriors games, like they
Mhm.
both have really
Mhm.
good amiibo functionality.
Oh,
And
Hyrule Warriors does too.
yeah,
Yeah.
you can get
You can
items.
get items.
Oh.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Also, I have found because I have Skyrim on the Switch, Skyrim has amiibo support. Certain amiibos will get you items, usually just mundane stuff, but the Link amiibo will get you the blue champion's tunic and the Master Sword in Skyrim. No mods required.
Incredible. That is awesome.
Yeah, so you bet I did that.
Too bad you couldn't dye tan after.
Oh, I know. I was always tan. Tan's my color. The main reason why I don't wear tan on stream is it doesn't show up as well.
Mm.
Darker colors work with my setup better.
Gotta have contrast.
Mhm.
Otherwise, it just looks like you're naked.
It's true. White guy problems.
All right. So
All
Zelda.
right. Yes.
Ooh, okay. So I don't know how well this one's going to be received, but it was something that really, really made the repetitive games my brother and I played way more exciting. We had an N64, and this item just like added to like the replayability because we would only have so many games and we'd rent the same games from Blockbuster over and over. One that maybe comes in mind is GoldenEye. But it was, I mean, it's something you can purchase, so it's not illegal, but the idea of cheating is definitely a contentious thing in the gaming community. So
Okay.
my number 5 is
man.
the Game Shark,
Oh, good
Oh.
choice.
which is used in a ton of different consoles, but for me in particular, it was the N64.
Yeah.
And once you see it, you know, games for sharks.
Oh yeah. That is a good choice. That's also,
Oh my God.
That's not contentious at all.
Okay. Like you got to go in and just look at all of the ways you could cheat and like different modes you can turn on. It was just like it just made gaming so much more fun for us because
I have no problem with cheating if you're just doing this for yourself. Like you're not speedrunning.
Yeah.
You're not doing anything that matters. You just
Yeah.
Right.
have fun, whatever.
Okay, Magritte, coming in.
What does it say?
It's
Games
just,
for
Name
sharks.
One
it's
thing I
early
cheated on.
day modding. That's all.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
That's exactly it, you know? And honestly, modding is also a contentious thing because some people swear by vanilla experiences. And you know what? Fuck you all who have that opinion because let people play games how they want to. And if they want to play it modded, fine. And if they want to only play it vanilla, fine.
Absolutely.
So
I like
anyway.
to play, if I can, I like to play vanilla first run.
Yeah, I know, right?
And then after that, whatever.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Vanilla first and then mod it.
I was gonna be annoyed by this, but you had a really good setup with if you're renting games, it definitely helps a lot, especially the same game, so you don't have to spend the first day of renting it unlocking everything again.
I have played the starting zone for Gauntlet Legends 5,000 times before we had one of these. And
Yeah.
like we would just be like, okay, let's warm up. And then we'd like see how far we can get. We only had the game for like 3 days. So we only had so much time to do things. And game
Right.
more like GoldenEye has that cheat, like it's like designed to be cheated. Like it's designed for all those fun, like different modes and stuff. And the Game Shark just made it really easy to enable all that stuff. So thank you.
Yeah, that man, I'm stuck on like, remember renting video games? Like let's just pause for a moment on that.
Yeah.
Like
I rented the same games every weekend. It was Shining Force and Shining Force 2 for the Sega Genesis. And every time my save file would be deleted, so I had to play the whole thing over again. 20 years later in life, I finally beat it, and I found out that I had gotten to about an hour away from finishing every weekend.
Oh, man. Brutal.
That
Yeah.
is brutal.
Sega Genesis games are fucking hard.
Yeah.
They are just very difficult.
Even the classics that everybody else has beat, like I love Sonic the Hedgehog, like the first 4, like I love them to death. I haven't beaten a single one.
No.
Like haven't. I've beaten Green Hill Zone a million times. I've beaten the Marble Palace like 8 times, maybe, all the way through. Like can't do it. Dark Forces, yes. See that back when like there were a lot more stuff. There was like a weird phase where there were a lot of good Star Wars games on consoles, and those were prime rental territory. And then that dropped off for a bit for some reason, and now it's back. Anyway, this isn't about renting games. Movie Gallery is not an accessory.
Top 5 rented games.
So,
moment of silence for Movie Gallery in Saco.
Oh.
There was actually
one time I went in there and I paid with nothing but like nickels and pennies for rent a game, and we had to count it on the counter. And after we did it, the clerk said, "Never do this again."
I was in North Conway last weekend, a couple weekends ago, and there is like a closed movie gallery building that it closed, I don't know, 10 years ago, but nothing's moved into it because it's kind of like
that's surprising.
Of course not.
It's set back from the main drag, so no one really wants it, and it's still just like it just looks like it just closed. It's like, oh man.
Wow.
The time capsule now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
The mold in that place just.
Oh.
Gross. Yeah, it probably smells amazing in there.
Yeah. All right, so on to number 4s. So my number 4.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this one is kind of mundane, not gonna lie, but I feel like this is gonna be a relatively common object this time around. But anyone who has played video games in the proper manner, and by which I mean sitting still for 6 hours at a time, knows that a good chair is the way to go. And for me, in particular, I am a big fan of mesh chairs. There aren't a ton of mesh gaming chairs, so just a mesh office chair. That is actually a picture of the very chair that I am sitting in right now.
You could show us, but it's
the catch is
anything.
being a mesh chair. It's just like, I mean, it kind of
that's so cheap.
Oh, actually, it's coming through pretty well.
It's sort of doing it.
I'd buy that chair for that price.
Yeah,
Give me that deal.
Yeah, 2 cents. Yeah, it's pretty
the
good.
one listed on there.
Yep.
Yeah. Hell, I'd buy Ian's for 2 cents.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks, buddy.
I mean, his butt's been in it.
Comfy.
Yeah.
Yep. Well, and speaking
That's worth
of, like,
something.
on that, like, for me, I know that, like, mesh back chairs are all the rage. But there aren't a ton of mesh seated chairs, and that was something that I really wanted. Because that ventilation, like,
gotta have good ventilation.
Yeah, like having your butt breathe.
Yes.
Very nice.
Did you know that your butt needs to breathe?
Mm-hmm.
Let your
You
butt
realize
breathe.
that?
Let your
You
butt.
think you do it through your lungs. You actually do it through the butt.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Some people breathe through
Any
their butt.
marathon gamer knows that.
Mm-hmm.
It's called a fart.
And yeah, like it's like crumbs go right through it. I spill a drink, it goes right through it. Like doesn't stain, doesn't, like it's
He really is selling us on this chair.
I love it. Like it's it's comfy, and it's a good chair. It's got good lump. Like realistically, a good chair is really what my number 4 is. Like either if it's a chair, it's a couch. If it's comfy, has good support, and you can just sit in it for hours and just focus on playing your game instead of how much your back hurts because your posture's garbage. Because no matter, like, I will say,
I sit up. I'm like, oh yeah, okay.
oh wow, yeah. Like no matter, I mean, my primary gaming position is this situation. Like, completely hunched over, elbow on the desk, forearm flat in front of the keyboard. Like,
well, you'll see me adjust every time we're doing something on stream, because as we get into it, I'll just like scooch down and be like, here we go. Yeah. And I sit back like this, and then it's time to get real. Okay, here we go.
The get serious mode.
Yeah.
Yep.
Super cereal.
Like, as nice as the back of this chair is, my back touches it like maybe 20 minutes a day. It's awful. But
perfect.
That's my number 4. My number 4 is a sick ass chair.
Boot.
I think that's a great choice.
So my number 4. Some people swear by these. I like them a lot, and I've grown to like them a lot more since I started wearing a particular fashion accessory. But they are, since I started wearing contacts, they are the gunner glasses, or the glasses with the blue light filtering. They are, you don't notice the difference that they make until you don't. Until you wear them for a while and then don't. Like, you'll see my glasses are like reflecting blue. It's because I have blue light filters on these glasses. So when I wear my contacts and I don't use my like gunners that I have, my eyes hurt like hell. So it's definitely worth it. It's worth the investment. That you don't even need to get the gunner brand. You could just get any cheap blue light filtering. They're like $20 now.
Yeah,
highly recommend. Yeah,
I'm wearing some.
So
are we all wearing blue block glasses?
We are now. I swapped my other ones out.
They are great, and it's a good reminder is that I used to have them out for my daily working, and then I've stopped wearing them. So I should probably put them nearby again. Yeah. They are great. They make a huge difference.
And it's
great choice.
The first time I wore these, it actually reminded me of when I used to ski a bunch, because I had orange goggles. And it was the sort of thing where it's like, when you first put them on, obviously, you notice, because they were a very intense orange instead of this nice light blocker color. But then, like, an hour or so in, you pull them off, and it's just like, everything is so blue.
Yeah, you're blinded.
Yep.
What have I been, like, I should do this to my eyes all the time? Holy crap. Also, like, some people say it helps them, like, if you play games late into the night, as many
should make a huge difference.
It helps your eyes, and it also it may help you, like, realize that you're tired. As well, so it's a good call.
Yep.
Yes. They say you're supposed to stop looking at screens like at least an hour before going to bed. I'm being very generous there. Like,
In the year of our Lord 2021.
Yeah.
I know.
No.
Definitely don't go to bed.
Tuck in bed like this until I'm like, oh, it's time to fall asleep. Out.
Yeah.
Yep.
So bad.
Yep. Every night. It's awful.
The closest I can get to that now is if I stop playing video games about an hour before I go to bed, then I notice a difference. Even if I do go onto my phone immediately, it's not the same as looking at a massive screen, point, click, shoot, puzzle. Like, you're slowing yourself down. But
and my screen brightness goes down throughout the night. Like, as I'm laying there, it's like, all right, 50%. All right, we're down to 20.
And my phone has a like a yellow mode, like a night shift mode, is what the iPhones call it, and that makes I love it.
Oh yeah,
I like it on my phone, but I don't like it on my monitor. So I want to see the colors.
I agree. Yeah, I don't like that.
Mine will do a night shift, and usually it always happens, and I'm just like, whoa, why did this change colors? I'm like, oh yeah, it's because it's fucking midnight, dude. Go to bed.
That's the warning. That's the, hey, it's time to set it down, buddy.
Yeah, blue blockers don't help with anxiety. unfortunately.
Yeah.
What?
Only.
That's not. Oh man.
Get them installed in your brain.
So that's
It blocks the
Brian,
blues.
Yeah, it's
I could get that. I need that.
yeah,
Oh, wait. I already have meds.
Oh.
yeah, Brian. What you need to do is get all of the blue out of your life.
Yeah, no more blue, Brian. We're
Yep.
done.
Yep.
Done with blue.
I can't
Are we
sign up for
attacking
this.
Brian and the color blue because I will fight you?
Yeah, blue wins all the time.
Blue wins all the time.
Yeah, get wrecked, everyone else.
Yeah.
All
Get
right,
wrecked every
that
other
sucks.
color.
Zelda, what's your 4?
What's my 4?
What's your 4?
This is an absolute must-have for handheld gamers. It was used from my very first handheld console, the Game Boy Color, all the way up, even with some of the backlit Game Boys. It is the classic worm light.
Yeah.
Absolute must-have, whether you're gaming late at night, on a road trip, anywhere and everywhere. I picked the Game Boy Advance one just because I liked the color matching. But the Game Boy Advance SP was the first to have a backlight built in. And before then, you were just screwed if you wanted to use that thing in a dimly lit space. I think we all remember the car ride where you have the Game Boy angled out and you're waiting for the street light to pass. You get like a little bit more.
Yeah,
And
when it's at night. Yeah.
Yeah. The worm light is the absolute best thing ever. And I ranked it over the Game Shark because I played way more. I don't know. The Game Boy is just like, it's like the personal gaming device. It's just take it anywhere, game anywhere, all the good stuff. And Game Shark was a bonus. The worm light was I think a must-have accessory. You can't play it. I mean, best time to play is at night. You can't play without it.
Point.
It's true.
When you're right, you're right.
Mm-hmm.
You're right.
Yeah. Thank you, everybody. I like being right. That's why I made this list.
That's why I made the right list.
The true list.
How many people kept the worm light corkscrewed? I didn't.
I did most of the time, yeah.
That thing
Till the very end.
That thing got elongated and then folded over immediately.
What?
I don't know why, but I was like, nah, I don't like the fact that it's corkscrewed this way. So what I ended up doing was
You straightened it?
I straightened it, and then I curled it the other way. Like, so it was.
What's wrong with you?
Oh my
So
God.
it was doing like a fiddlehead sort of situation, you know, like it was curling around towards the screen, and the
It would
light
never
came
be
off
quite
here.
the same corkscrew, though.
Oh hell no! No, once you straighten that thing out, there was no way that cable was ever going to go in any direction man ever wanted ever again. But
But it was so flexible. You could game from any angle.
My first portable handheld console was the GBA SP, so I never needed one of these. But I can definitely see. Because I did play like Tiger handheld games.
oh,
Like I had a Sonic the Hedgehog 2 one,
Mhm.
and
Yes.
those had problems with lights too. So
It did.
Yeah, they
My
really.
first. I was gonna say my first handheld console was the Nintendo Switch.
oh,
So,
I never had to
time.
deal with any of this as a kid.
Yeah,
There you
took
go.
time. I got mine late.
Game Gear had a backlit screen, I think.
No,
Did
it had a
No.
color screen.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Maybe like a future version of it.
Yeah.
Alternatively to the Game Boy Worm was the like magnifying glass that would like clamp up and over it. So it would always have it had like a little tiny light on the side of it. So it would like, but it also would magnify. So like, didn't always need the screen magnified because I'm a child and I don't need readers quite yet. But it was also very bulky and difficult to travel with. So Wormlight OP.
Checks out.
For the win.
What do you got, Brian?
So mine is the same as Ian's number 5, and that is the HOTAS.
I'm
Mine-
so surprised.
Mine specifically that I own is the Logitech X52, which gets mixed reviews, but I really like mine. Also, the fact that it has blue LEDs on it, A-okay
Fancy.
for me. But yeah, I only play Squadrons with it, but it makes it so much more fun. And I fully blame the Star Wars Pod arcade game at
Oh, yeah.
round 1.
Yeah.
that's what kind of got me into it. Cause like I played like games with the joystick before,
Mhm.
but the pod has the throttle too. And oh man, it's
Yep.
so much more immersive just having a throttle.
It's a different experience.
Yeah.
If we ever lost you at round 1, we knew exactly where you would be.
Yeah, I was
check
hiding
the
in the
pod.
pod.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm just like trying to get the high score again every single time.
You had it for a good while. I gotta say.
I kept getting it, yeah.
Yeah.
And I would like, and then they kept moving it, and it would reset my scores. Yeah, good times. I love, and I can't wait to play more games with it. But TBH, if they're not Star Wars related, I'm less likely to get into them. But if they get like
let's be honest.
Fox,
If it's a Star Wars game and it doesn't have an A-wing, you're not interested.
yeah, probably.
Or if it's a Star Wars game and you can only play as Empire.
Oh, F that noise.
Yeah.
No good.
I've only played one game where that was the case, but I played a lot of TIE Fighter when I was younger. Oh, so much time sunk into that game.
That is a lot of playing TIE Fighters.
Oh yeah, it's kind of nothing but. Almost
You
exclusively.
could say.
Actually, no, that's not true. You played non-TIE Fighter Imperial ships too, but yes, yeah.
You get an interceptor.
Anyway.
All right.
Yes, HOTAS
So
for
on
the
to
win.
number 3s.
Yeah.
Yeah, HOTAS, get it. Play Mario with it. I dare you.
I'd love to watch that. That'd be fun.
Do
That'd
it.
be good. That'd be a good
Actually, you
stream.
guys should have a stream where you just play different games with your HOTASs and
That
see
would-
what happens.
You know, some of them, like the platformers,
I'll
might
try
not
it.
be so bad. It's just a lot of flailing and
No, that would be the fighting games when you're trying to like input like a
Oh.
fireball.
Oh yeah.
God. That sounds terrifying.
You're like, and you pull the trigger. That could be actually pretty sweet. You like fireball motion, pull a trigger. Hadouken.
All right, Sean, what's your number 3?
My number 3. I am a bigger guy, and it is very important to be sitting in a comfortable position. So I also put chair, chair, couch, just sitting somewhere comfy.
I love lamp. I love chair.
Chair that is Team Liquid fan.
Yeah, I grabbed the Team Liquid Secret Lab chair for the picture. Yeah, if you're sitting in the wrong position for too long and then your tailbone starts hurting and then you just don't want to do it anymore and just full comfort all the time.
So is this were these picture edits meant to be like from like some East Asian badly translated site or something?
I honestly don't know. I don't think Ark was going for like a Wish sort of vibe specifically.
But they got it.
But yeah, I think the deeper
They got it.
I think the deeper they went, the deeper they went, basically.
I'm surprised you don't have an esports chair though, Sean.
I'm a large gentleman, and they don't make them in the big boy size. So,
Okay.
I'm working on that. I'm trying to lose the weight. So we'll see. Maybe that'll be my if I ever reach my goal weight celebration thing, I'll buy myself a chair.
When?
Heck yeah.
Do it. Do
Not
it.
if. When.
Yeah.
You can do
True.
it.
Yeah.
You get shit done.
True.
Sean
but
does
yeah,
get shit done.
my number 3, chair, comfy
Chair.
Yeah.
Be
Not
comfortable.
mundane. Very important for any gamer. Yes.
Oh yeah,
Where
and
does
not
chair
specifically a mesh chair. It's just like
Yeah.
comfy. It could be.
Oh, so wait. Did I hear you say fuck mesh chairs? Is that
I did.
I-
Yeah,
what
That
you
sounded very
fuck
contentious.
mesh chairs.
He didn't. He would have listed a mesh
Look,
chair
look,
if he
it's-
thought a mesh chair was
It's
comfy.
okay. It's okay.
Mesh,
Don't
mesh back acceptable. Mesh bottom stupid as hell.
don't listen.
Dumb.
Shh, don't listen. It's okay.
No, listen here. You listen here, mesh chair.
Listen here, you meshy shit.
Look, headrest. Oh yes.
Oh.
See, I gotta say,
All
like,
right.
personally, I'll just put this out here. Like, I'm not an overall huge fan of a lot of gaming chairs because they have that race. They're made it to look like race car seats and stuff.
Mm.
Yeah.
Race car seats are not actually comfortable. They're not supposed to be. They're supposed to hold you in one position so when the car goes airborne, you stay put.
What
It
happens when
hugs
my
you.
game goes airborne?
Yeah, and like a lot of it's gotten a lot better, and like the Secret Lab chairs are good. Again, not a paid sponsor, but Secret Lab, if you're watching, please get in
Yeah,
touch.
Brian, tell us all about how the Secret Lab chairs are.
We'll probably get
Well,
there.
let
at
me
some point
tell
on
ya.
this list.
Wait, I'm trying to. Okay.
There we go.
Hey, there it
I
is.
don't know if I have enough experience to tell you what they're like,
But
but
they're
the Secret Lab chairs are sick.
they've gotten a lot more comfy over the years. As they've gone on, a lot of companies have realized that the C-shaped slouch is not conducive to human health.
Why you gotta
yeah.
call me out like that?
Because we need to have some kind of infighting on this episode, or it's
It's
going to be
true.
bad.
That's right.
We ain't going to
Yeah.
get the clicks.
Didn't know it was going to be
Yeah.
about chairs, but here we are.
Yeah. I did
used
not
to have
expect it to be about chairs either.
The
but-
mesh chairs are really nice. I used to have one, and now I have like an office chair.
Mhm.
It's really nice. It's not fucking breathable though. And
Oh, so you wish it
for
was
an
mesh.
expensive chair, it should have been fucking mesh.
Oh yeah.
Mesher.
Mm.
Oh yeah. No,
Yeah,
I knew.
sure.
I work in this room. My home office is a very warm room, so like I knew I needed
Mm.
the breathing. Like what getting
Makes a big difference.
it's getting swamp ass in your own home is not so bad, but like why get there?
It's still bad. Yeah.
Yeah.
Still
No-
swamp
no
it
bueno.
down.
Yeah.
Boil it down to it.
No bueno. Yeah.
Okay. Enough of me talking about sweaty asses. I'll say we can move on. I brought this on. This is my fault.
Bye,
So-
Ninja.
So, Zelda, what is your number?
Ah, it's
three?
me.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So for me, my choice is something that I've recently purchased, maybe in the last like year or two. And I can tell you, I have wanted to put like a good pair of headphones on this list for so long. And I went through so many before I finally decided that I have to give up my dream of having like the HyperX Clouds, which are the comfiest fucking headphones on the entire planet, and go for something. What? They're so comfy.
What?
They're honestly they would be my number one if I could. But I have mine is the Sennheiser HD58Xs. They're open back headphones, which means you can actually hear through the other side. And they are the only type of headphone that don't make my head hurt after longer gaming sessions. Probably the tinnitus related to 8 years of full contact sport, but they make gaming accessible to me. So they are a must-have. $1 Bob. These ones are the drop collab for whatever it's worth, but Sennheiser is just like a decent headphone company. But open back is great. If you ever dislike that, like, I don't know, you can kind of hear that like ringing noise after a while. Maybe it's just me. But they would just make my head hurt. Any type of headphone, no matter how comfy they were. And open back's the way to go. I have some earbuds that I'll use for shorter gaming sessions. But for long stuff, for streaming, for anything like that, open back is the way to go. The only major downside is that they are fucking expensive if you want wireless, just because of the nature of the design. There's no room for the wireless stuff because it's got to be open. So that's the only thing, is you're tethered, which it's not amazing.
Yeah, but a lot of them come with like a 6-foot cord nowadays.
Yeah.
So, like.
Yep. And the extenders are everywhere now. So yeah, I love these things. I'm always wearing them when I'm streaming. They're very breathable. They're not sweaty. They don't have a strong clamping force, but they stay on your head. And the ear pads are removable. So mine are kind of worn down a bit. So they're very like contoured to my head. They won't fit as comfortably on for somebody else. But you can just buy more ear pads. So easy to swap in and out. And the cables also are removable. So if anything happens to the cable, I can just buy new cables. So I'm hoping these will be my only pair for a long time. Thank you, Amazon return department.
So I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
The like ringing in your ears, that's tinnitus?
That is one
Can
of
be,
the
yeah.
Do I have tinnitus?
You might.
Oh shit!
You honestly might. A lot of people our age actually have tinnitus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought that was just normal.
I mean, it's normal because a lot of people have it.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't open back ones to Uber. Yeah.
Yeah. Between
I really like the Sennheisers. They're great.
this is really my first pair of like gaming headphones. They're the Razer. I don't remember which kind. They're basically the same kind Brian has. But they're.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, one thing that the main reason why we grabbed these is the mic is noise canceling and it's active noise canceling. It's not like noise canceling like they're big heavy earmuffs and you can't hear, but it actively like filters out stuff. So like it brings background noise down to a nice minimum.
That's awesome.
So yeah. So can confirm nice headphones are and they light up and they they change color and it's
All that fun stuff.
yeah, I'm a sucker for that.
I want to love them. Like I used to have the ones Sean have. Like I still have them. They're so nothing's comfier. And then I tried to get the HyperX wireless ones because I really wanted wireless pair of headphones, and they're so comfy, but they made my head hurt. So
I'm very happy with my set.
Go to a doctor, Sean.
I'm gonna now.
Yeah.
Well, if you can get an appointment anytime soon, which you probably can't, but
I don't know.
That's a good point.
Like going to an ear doctor is probably not so bad. Certain specialists are a little easier are okay.
Yeah.
But yeah. Depends.
Yeah, live concerts, machinery, full contact sport. Fun fact, you can get a concussion without hitting your head. So if you've been in like car accidents, even if you haven't hit your head in them, that can cause tinnitus.
Yep. Just having headphones on and having the damn music and video games too loud.
Yep.
But I like the wubs. Don't take away my wubs.
Well, the good news is the worse your tinnitus gets, the louder you might as well make your music.
See?
No.
It's actually protect your ears. It's good.
Yeah, we're learning the wrong lesson from this.
Right lesson.
If you have tinnitus, just crank it louder.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's good.
Gotta get past that buzzing somehow.
Yeah.
All right, my number three.
Your number three.
So yeah, a lot of these seem like mundane things, but I
make it more mundane.
Maybe. Yeah.
It's a chair again.
It ain't mundane until you see this. My mundane thing is a good gaming mouse. Like the stock mouse that you get with whatever computer you buy, like it's not going to be good enough, especially if you buy an Apple, which, I mean, what are you doing? You're buying an Apple for a gaming computer. But I tried playing games on Apple laptops, but yeah.
It's the same mouse.
Is it the Death Adder?
No, this is the Mamba.
Okay.
Oh.
But it's a Razor Snake mouse.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I personally like the Death Adder, specifically the chroma, because yes, I want my colors.
I have colors.
But yeah, when I got really into Overwatch when it first came out, and I was like, I need a better mouse than what I got, and I've been so happy with this investment. Yeah, you need to get a mouse. It's got to be responsive. It's got to be comfortable. Something you can hold for hours.
Yep. And something with, I'm a sucker for a mouse with too many buttons, but like at least 5 buttons is like, because I mean, like you got your standard, left, right, middle, and then like a lot of them have the side buttons now. Just even like a forward, back, like that. Yes.
I think I'm too old to have too many buttons. Like I like the side buttons. That's like enough for my hand. But yeah, some of them have like a full like 9 or 12 digit pin pad on the side. That's too much.
Yep.
I can't do that.
No, make it so you don't have to move your hands ever. Just twitch your fingers.
Yeah. Yeah, well, some people get that little like number pad thing that like sticks up for certain things. Like I can't do that either. That's crazy.
Well, you say you can't, but you have a HOTUS. Like, similar concept.
Oh, yeah.
I guess. Yeah, that's true.
Yep, just put all the buttons here.
Put it on a throttle and a joystick. I'm all about it. But yeah. Good mouse is great unless you're doing a flight game. Then it's crap. Any mouse is crap. Yeah. Yeah, Razer. I'm a big fan of Razer products now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Razer does very well.
The only reason I don't have a Razer mouse and keyboard is because my mouse and keyboard I'm fully in the Logitech ecosystem for those, because they have the keyboards that let you switch between computers on the fly. Keyboard and mouse, you use the one keyboard for multiple machines. And like with my setup, I can use my work computer and my home computer at the same time, more or less. So I'm entrenched in that. The second that Razer makes a Chroma keyboard and mouse that lets me hot swap computers, I'm in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and that's my number 3.
All right, Eon.
Yes. My number 3 is to lead off in a similar fashion to Brian. It's going to seem really mundane, but it is actually a very specialty piece of equipment that I regrettably haven't gotten a ton of use out of because of it showed up at my house. I kickstarted it, and it showed up at my house in April of 2020. So, yeah. And it was something that I was specifically going to use while traveling. But what it is...
Awkward.
Yeah, right. What it is the Apple Pencil sharpener, as the image states. But no, what it is the Genki Covert dock, they call it. But what this is a pocket-sized Nintendo Switch dock.
Oh, what?
Yep. This thing, yeah, it is. It's got a fold-out charger. You plug this into a wall, and then it's got a USB-C that goes from this
Holy
to the
shit.
Switch as just a normal USB thing for charging a system or a phone or a controller.
Damn.
And then that is an HDMI port down there.
Yeah, unlock that potential.
So this, I pop this in my overnight bag, and I can play my Switch on any TV
that's awesome.
that I can
That
encounter.
was really cool.
And I don't have to, I don't have to have a separate like charger brick. This is actually
block.
Yeah, this is actually smaller than the Nintendo charging brick, the one that comes with your Switch. This is actually smaller than that. And I don't have to have the dock itself. I don't have to have a spot, set up for it. So it's good stuff. I don't know. You could probably sharpen a pencil in it.
I was so confused. I didn't think you could sharpen Apple pencils.
Yeah.
I was very confused. I'm like, I'm pretty sure you just have to buy a new tip.
Yeah, you do not buy a new tip. But I think, as it probably does void a warranty in there. But one of the big things that caught me about this was like, the Kickstarter for this came out around the time that a lot of companies started making cheap portable docks, but a fair amount of them bricked Switches at the time. And this was the first one that was advertised that was like, this will not brick your Switch unless something's wrong. This won't brick your Switch any more than your normal dock would. Because the voltages were wrong and they would just fry the Switch. So that was the deal for this. And yeah, as a result of COVID, I've gotten to use this outside my home twice.
Did it work?
Oh yeah, worked like a charm. Absolute,
Nice.
absolute dream. Just plug it in, plug your Switch into it, and you're done. That's the setup. It's great. But yeah, I've used it up here. I've actually, a few of the times that we've streamed Switch games, I've used it as my dock here at my desk, so I don't have cables going across the room.
Oh.
Is good shit.
That's cool. I like that one.
And yeah, and it's just you need a USB brick. There you go. Enjoy it.
Sweet.
Get this out
So,
here.
what is the product typically or actually called? Like,
It is.
Yeah.
It
How can I
is.
Google this?
It is called. The company is Genki, Genki. And I'll just pop it in chat. Again, not sponsored by Genki, but they do good shit. I have a couple of
their
products
website is
from.
genkythings.com.
It is.
I like that.
It is the Genki Covert dock.
Okay.
Genki. Yep, there it is.
Yep. They also have like a couple of other. They do peripherals is their game. So they actually had a few.
Yeah.
They actually had a few contenders for this list in general. I've got this, and they also have a little. It's the smallest capture card situation I've ever seen. The Shadow Cast. You can use it as a capture card if you want. But it's mainly allows you to play your Switch or anything that has an HDMI cable on your laptop or iPad.
Oh, nice.
So also super great for traveling. That I have never gotten to use. I don't, but I got it for the next time that I feel comfortable going to a PAX. I'm set. But
You're gonna be so set.
whenever
like,
that is.
Whenever
I
that
think
is.
I might get one of
2022,
these
baby.
Shadowcast. This thing looks great.
They're cool. It's just good stuff. But yeah, that's my number 3.
All right.
That's cool.
Zelda number 2.
My number 2 is a must-have for PC gaming. Like you were saying about having a comfortable mouse, I actually don't find mouse and keyboard games very comfortable. So the more I can use my controller, which is my number 2 choice, an Xbox controller in particular, the more I can use that thing, the better.
We've talked about this.
It's the best. I have right here. I just grabbed this one because it's the same picture of mine. It's beautiful gray with a nice turquoise, but
that is nice.
Oh my god, the Xbox controller is. Sorry, I'm getting a phone call from Clackamas, Oregon.
It's probably about your car's extended warranty.
Yeah,
Clackamas.
You'd better
answer it on stream. Do it.
Yeah, do it.
Clackamas. No thanks. I told them I was busy. I fucking love this controller. I think mouse keyboard gaming is I don't know. It's just not comfortable for me to like get, but if I can like chill back and play with my controller, it's so much more fun. It's the only way for me to really enjoy gaming as much as I can. It's must have.
Did you design the colors on that one?
No, it was one of the standard available options in the previous Xbox gen. The new Xbox gen has a very Brian blue color.
I'm looking it up.
Yep.
I mean, I customized this one. Yeah, this is my custom one. Yeah, you can see it's very me.
If you can customize it, Brian's getting it.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. I won't get it unless I can customize it most times.
Well, the new Xbox ones, they're your color blue for sure. And that'll be my next upgrade one once this one starts to go. But so far it's hanging in there. I've got a rechargeable battery on it sometimes. That's the thing that's failing, not the controller.
Well, yeah.
That thing's pretty.
The blue one?
Yeah.
We've definitely talked about how we have like multiple like saved custom Xbox controllers.
Yeah. I love making custom Xbox controllers.
It's so
I don't know.
fun.
I would, if it's not too tedious, I would still play with a controller if I could.
Yeah,
I might be doing that now.
There are some things that are like you could go either way. Yeah, it's preference, what have you. Especially like there has been ever since someone actually managed to hook up a controller to a computer. Like there's been a constant debate between like FPS players, like controller, or do you want that hyper precision of a mouse? Also the scroll wheel, so you can mod it and hack it and fire way too quickly.
Axe.
Yep.
Nope. Controller.
I mean, I usually prefer games that use controllers, but there are certain games that I play that I have to use a keyboard, like League of Legends.
Yep.
They dragged me back with Arcane.
Yep.
Arcane's so good.
Arcane was real good. Didn't change my life, but I wasn't as deep into that particular set of characters as basically all of my friends.
It's like it was like literally some of my favorite characters. They got me good. Anyway,
controller, good choice. Real good choice.
I may or may not be customizing.
I'm on there too.
Oh my god, Brian,
it's your pick.
Yeah, it's your turn. Go.
My next one is this controller I'm designing right now. So mine is anyone who has a Switch probably knows that you can get some bad wrist fatigue because the Joy-Cons when you're in portable mode are freaking tiny.
Yeah.
I know what this
They're
one
perfect
is.
for me.
Yeah, so my number 2 is the Satisfy Zen Grip.
Yep.
This thing's freaking awesome. For anyone without Zelda-sized hands, it's just so much more comfortable. I actually get excited about using it. Not that I've done a lot of traveling since COVID, but
Nintendo
I use mine mostly in
Rocket
handheld mode. It's perfect for the couch, just lounging around.
It's super sweet.
They made it
$20.
They made it 3 cents. It's on sale 3 cents.
That's a good sale.
That is a good sale. Get it. It's incredible. It makes it feel like just like a big pro controller. It's not that heavy. It's like super light, and it's not just 3D printed. So it's like high quality. It kind of semi locks in, so it won't like wiggle out or pop out. I highly recommend this thing. We're not sponsored by Satisfy, but
If
good
you're
touch.
watching, get on this.
Yeah,
we
would love to be.
We will.
I'll peddle your wares.
Like, oh yeah, like I use the Billy D. Williams model. Like, if I use it, I'll sell it. I don't care.
Yeah, absolutely. I use this thing, and it's changed the way I play Switch. So do it. Do it.
Do it.
Do it.
Do it.
Yeah, very, very, very good choice.
Yep.
Thank you. That my number 2.
Right.
Wait, was it supposed to be my turn?
Yeah. Zelda went.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Zelda
I
led
went.
off with the controller, and then you.
Right.
And then Ian,
Just-
and then me.
Yeah.
We go around in a circle.
Right.
doing it.
We're sorry to interrupt your controller building.
Yeah, you should be.
Right. That's why I was all confused. Right.
All right.
All
So
right, back to it.
my number 2 is I'm just gonna put this up here. My number 2 is, as Ark says, an irresponsible amount of monitors.
Oh, no.
Realistically, that is actually a picture of my desk from over the summer when I put every monitor that I could physically attach to my computer and some tablets on there. But yeah, no, realistically, even just one extra monitor was a huge game changer the first time I hooked up 2 monitors to a computer. Like the ability to have my game up over here and then like Discord or a chat, or if I'm stuck on a level, having the strategy guide over here on the corner,
Mhm.
like it was a game changer. Granted,
Why are you Why are you watching Lord of the Rings at the same time on all the monitors, though?
Because what that is the second breakfast scene.
Yeah.
And you can't quite see it here, but the entire image is. But what about second monitor? Thirdsies. What about fourth monitor?
Oh, okay.
And
Yeah,
every
makes sense.
single
It's
monitor
memed.
was a different number to identify just how many monitors there were. And I'll change this over here. There'll be a little video down here in the corner. This is actually how we stream every couple days. That's 4 monitors right there. And
Wow.
granted, this is unnecessary. Realistically, I only need I could
And
get
you
a
have the iPad Mini.
and I have the iPad Mini running the Stream Deck down there because
So
it's easier.
good.
But yeah, this is realistically, I could get away with just the stream down here and then this monitor over here. These two up here are actually kind of superfluous, but the ability to have all of this shit right in front of me without ever having to alt tab ever. I don't alt tab. I don't need to.
That is sweet.
So
I
that
will say that the Andersons gave me a monitor last year,
Mhm.
and it's changed my computing experience completely.
Because you have 2 now.
I have 2.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm not irresponsible.
No. Yeah.
But
You don't need 4. The way that it is I have 2 monitors and then I have 2 monitors from work that are also plugged in. I did not buy 4 monitors.
Mhm.
See,
but
I
yeah.
just have one display. It's just a 65-inch TV.
Yeah, Uber's saying a similar
That's
thing.
too much.
Yeah, if I had if I
man.
had the ability to have an ultra wide that gave me the same amount of screen real estate, that would be fine. Just run games windowed, everything's good. Basically the same thing. It just happens that within my budget and my ability to just constantly scrounge monitors out of thin air, this is how I ended up.
Hey, they still work.
They still work.
Still do the thing.
It
yeah.
works.
Yep.
It's worth it.
So yeah.
Yeah, if you're not using a giant TV, a couple monitors is pretty awesome.
Yep. And for me, this was up on number 2 because it's just helped with so many things. Obviously it helps with every game I've ever played, but it's really it helps me with streaming, it helps me with work. It's just good stuff.
Yeah,
and
2 monitor minimum unless you've got a big one or a wide one. I have one main monitor and then I have a vertical one, which I really love. I can do so many different things.
Vertical stuff's great. It really is.
So good choice. Ish.
It's I will say Arc, our lovely graphic designer, they sit on the other side of that wall of monitors that I displayed. So they just
How?
get she's on the other side. There's an iMac and another big monitor for their PC. They only use one at a time. They just move them depending on which one is being used. So for work, they've got a big ol' iMac just blocking out the entire view of this monstrosity I've built on this side of the room. But I do have a sitting standing desk, so if I move the desk up, there's actually you can just see the monitors rise over the iMac. It's I've been told it's a problem. I had to be very careful about how high this monitor stack can go with a sitting standing desk because ceilings exist. So that's it. That's it for me. That's my number 2.
So my number 2, we've talked about a little bit, and I think it is essential. It should probably be number 1, but it is a good headset. It's important for if you live with anybody else just pop it on the headset and not bothering anybody, fantastic. If you just want to, like, when I put on my headset, I'm in a different world almost. I'm just like, all right, I'm ready to do stuff. I'm going to go crank some music. I'm going to go play some games, whatever. It's super nice, and you can get better sound quality than you generally can with speakers, unless you get really, really nice speakers. But that's an expensive adventure. So, yeah. So the one that I have pictured there is the Logitech G953 or something like that. It's a wireless headset, and that's what I use for work, which is downstairs at my desk. And then when I'm up here, since I've got I don't know if I can pull over here, I've got my microphone. It makes it easier to just have my short cabled one right here. But the wireless one I can walk around with. It lasts, I take calls all day, and it lasts a full 8 hours. It's fantastic. And the microphone boom, when I flick it up, it mutes. So it's perfect for what I do. But the HyperX's super comfy, just like Zelda said. So yeah, nice headset.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sweet. Ding.
Yeah, I gotta say, I think that's my only complaint about these Razer headphones. I find them pretty comfy. They do fine on my head and with my ears. But the mute on these is actually on the mic itself. So in order to mute, you have to actually squeeze the thing that the sound is going in.
Okay, that's awful.
Yeah, that's why I don't use it. It does light up when it's on, but especially if you have a little windsock on there like I do, can't see it. Don't know if it's on or off. So I just don't use it, and I just mute with like the 8 ways I can mute the sound on my computer. So yeah, I concur. Like, these were a game changer when I got a good set of headphones.
Yeah, agreed. I love my Razer.
So we're on to number ones.
No.
Oh, no. Honorables.
No.
Honorables.
Honorables.
I'm sorry.
Honorable.
It's been so long. I forgot.
It has been an age.
Yes.
So I think I'm first for honorables, right?
You are.
Yeah.
All right. So mine has been mentioned before, and we all own them. And that is blue blocker glasses.
Nice.
Again, I was gifted my blue blocker glasses from a very good friend. It helps that they have some blue on them. So yeah. And I was getting like some wicked bad eye strain and headaches from when I was working from home last year and teaching from home a lot, just staring at a screen all day. So I actually got it because of work, but now I use them all the time. And I also got like a new monitor about a couple of years ago, so the brightness was also affecting my eyes. So
Yep.
Been great. I love them.
Super.
Yeah.
That's your only honorable?
That is my only honorable.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
We have a first. This is the first time
that is not true at all.
Yes,
last time I only had one honorable.
Is it?
I was
maybe I've made
4 things though.
Maybe I've made fun of you for that before. You know what?
I'm the first time.
I'm
Brian
just gonna.
Doesn't have a...
I think every time I'm gonna say it's the first time.
I think you should.
Yeah, we're sticking with that bit now.
Yeah, it's like turning 50. You never turn 51.
Every time.
Just 50.
You're just 50 all the time now. All right, that's my life now, I guess.
Okay. Yep.
All right. So that's my honorable mention.
All right. So my honorable mentions, I have 3. Let's see. Let me see. I'll just put this up. I think I know what order these are in.
Might as well do a top 5 honorable mentions.
Top 5 honorable mentions. Now, this one was this was another one that was like kind of niche, but I kind of needed it at the time. But it was the Xbox 360 Play and Charge Kit,
Oh yeah.
which
yeah.
I still got. So
Yeah.
I dug this out while I was looking for another thing today, and I was like, oh yeah, that thing.
Does the battery still work?
No, not really. But
Yeah,
that's
this is a plug-in now.
Yeah, but you can, because this was, for me, the 360 controller was the first wireless controller for a console that I ever had. So, and granted, if Microsoft had just done like Sony did and just used a normal USB plug and a controller that already had a rechargeable battery in it, that would have changed some minds for sure. But I did like the fact that you could just use AA's or a battery pack with the 360. You could with the Xbox One as well. Like I like the option. The option's nice. But yeah, this just became, so it was the ability to turn this brand new wired controller, my first wired experience, not having a wire going across my living room floor as a kid, and immediately turning it into a wired controller, was the dream. So, but yeah, because it was literally just for one console, and it arguably made the controller worse as a wireless controller. That's why it's only an honorable mention. Honorable 2,
Fair.
Prima strategy guides.
Oh no.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Wow.
Well, if we're letting Game Shark in.
No, because
I'm saying
No,
these are
Oh, okay,
smart
okay.
choice.
yeah, these
I
are
wouldn't have thought of that.
I think these are O's of,
This is
my
great.
God, I did buy those.
Yeah.
I bought them for the pictures. I like having the pictures. It was like art books before art books for games were out.
Brian, can you read? Are you able to read?
Who? What?
Huh?
I can read.
Yeah.
He says he can read. I'd believe him.
Yeah, checks out.
Illuminated walkthroughs.txt was ASCII, now illustrated book. But yeah, like because this was, back when the internet was in its infancy, some of us still had dial-up. Like I certainly didn't have a computer or a phone anywhere near my anything that I had, and when I was playing on a computer, I only had the one CRT monitor, so I wasn't gonna get anything else going on there. Alt tabbing was a thing of the future. So you had a book with all the secrets in it and all the best way to play the game and all that stuff that now is just a quick Google away. You had to buy a $30 200-page paperback book. I think
it's true. There were before the internet, and you got stuck.
You were
You had to
stuck.
buy the book.
stuck.
Or beg a friend to tell you, and they would never tell you because they wanted to lord it over you like assholes.
Or they tell you the wrong thing
on the
and then
playground.
laugh at
Yeah.
you.
But then you couldn't remember what they said when you went home and tried to play 4 hours later. Like
Nope.
Mhm.
Yep. So, Prima strategy guides. I don't have a show and tell for that because I did get rid of all of mine years ago. But there they are. And my number 1, purely cosmetic.
Wait, is this the number
Honorable
one?
mention.
No,
Honorable mention?
Honorable mention.
number 1 honorable
Okay.
mention. Are custom skins.
Oh,
Like
that's fun.
in
Yeah.
particular, I was a sucker for the Super Nintendo.
Yeah, you are.
For the Super Nintendo skins. They're just shells. That's all they are. They don't add anything whatsoever, but they look sick. Console disguise kit. The only part of this that I don't have in this picture is the dock skin.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Because you can't really see our docks where they are in our living room anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah, like my go-to pro controller now is just this. It was just a
Super
black.
NES looking.
Yep.
It's so easy to reshell the pro controllers too.
It really is. Like the Joy-Cons they're doable, but they require a lot more patience. These are just snap and go, basically.
Yeah.
Oh,
So-
good one. I did not think of those. That's really got me thinking.
What was your first honorable mention?
That was the play and charge kit. cable,
right.
a cable was my a cable and a battery
Cable.
was my first honorable mention.
My first wireless controller was for the NES, and it was like
one of
it had like
those.
a remote control. It was bad. It was real bad. If you weren't facing exactly at the NES,
Oh, it was IR.
you might not work. Yeah.
Oh yeah, it was
bad.
legit.
But I remember when the Wavebirds came out for the game.
Oh my god!
I was all about those.
Oh yeah.
I immediately went out and
Dude.
bought 4.
Yep,
I remember college Mario Karts with the fucking Wavebirds. That was
Wavebirds
game changer.
Those were just good controllers. Like,
they were great controllers.
They didn't look like they should have been because they looked all bulky and weird from the front.
They were the perfect everything.
But they were so light. Yeah. Oh, great connection. Like they revolutionized wireless controllers.
Mm-hmm. They proved it could be done.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, without awkwardness.
Nintendo has gone downhill on revolutionary shit ever since.
Yes, absolutely.
Sorry, Nintendo.
Absolutely downhill.
The
Switch, the Wii, the Wii U. None of them are different or innovative in any way.
I got you guys.
Yeah.
I did it.
JK, we're sponsored by Nintendo.
Oh man.
What?
We are?
Where's my goodies?
I friggin' wish, man. Like
oh man, I'd be all over it.
Oh yeah. So those are my honorable mentions.
All right.
So I have 2 honorable mentions. One I couldn't do an image for because it's really hard to like display. So I'll just say that one first. A playmat or a really nice mouse pad, just a big space for you to wave your mouse around.
I should have thought of that. That's a good one.
Any picture that I would have put would have just been like whatever image you custom put on the playmat, so it didn't make any sense.
Yeah.
But yeah, a nice playmat for your mouse, or just like one of those really big mouse pads or whatever. Just a nice surface. And then my other honorable mention, coming back to I'm a larger guy, a fan, because you don't want to get overheated during your gaming sessions. And this was actually the first thing I thought of that I was like, I can't put a fan on there. That's going to be one of the mentions. So yeah,
that's legit though.
Yeah. I've got my overhead fan running like year round. I actually have that exact Honeywell fan. It's super great. So
yeah, I have the same fan. It's great.
Just a fan, just to keep you cool. You can turn it off if you don't need it anymore. You turn it back on. It's great. I've always been a believer of it's a lot easier to cool down than it is to heat up. Or harder to cool down. So you want to have easier ways to do that. Like I could throw on a blanket or a coat or if I needed to. But cooling down with a fan is nice. So that's my honorable mentions. A playmat and a fan.
Those are good.
Good choices. But yeah, I see where you're coming from. It's just like, is a fan like chair seems to be the minimum of fancy.
Chair you can get away with.
Yeah. But then
like a fan is
All right.
I used to have one. I miss it. Yeah, Sam, Zelda, give us the last one.
I'm about to give fan a run for its money.
Okay.
7 honorable mentions. Here we go.
No, I have 2, and I did want to actually mention before I mentioned them is that I specifically did not put a chair on mine because
my prediction. All of us will say chair. Deleted.
Spoiler for my number 1. It's not a chair. But because I don't know, I do a lot of couch gaming with my Switch and handhelds and stuff. And that when I am at my computer screen, I haven't found like a chair that I love enough to like even put it on a list because I have not, like, I don't know. I get sick of sitting in a chair. It's never really a comfortable experience for me. So even if it's comfortable, I'm not like, man, gotta have a good chair. I'm like, no, just gotta survive until you're done gaming. So I specifically did not put chair. However, this is related to computer gaming, is that I did put footrest. So some sort of underfoot rest. This one in particular I like because it's memory foam and your feet kind of sink into it, and it's not like hard or grating. But you can also flip it around and have like a flat surface, and then it will like wiggle back and forth, so you can kind of rock your feet a bit while you're gaming, and kind of, I don't know. I'm always antsy and moving around, so having something that I can like kind of play with my feet kind of keeps me stationary longer. And I'm short, and they don't make chairs that are for short people. I can't get close enough to my computer desk. I can't get high enough to my computer desk, that sort of a thing.
I
So
have a thing to show you.
I have a sit-stand desk, and those only go so low.
It's true.
So it's just been like that. So the footrest also helps boost me up, and sort of like a little booster seat for my feet. So there's that.
Booster seat for your feet.
I like how the price on this actually went up.
Yeah, it went up. Ta-da!
There we go.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's great. So
What
you
a
can like
deal.
flip it over, and then like you can like rock it under your feet and stuff. But
So
Like
it
what?
might be too small, but I linked in chat the Secret Lab Titan extra small. It is a
In
1/2 replica, not replica, but it's a 1/2 scale Secret Lab
What?
chair. I'm dead serious. They sell
is it
this thing.
real?
Yeah.
Hang on,
Oh yeah,
I'm
1 to
pasting this
2
in because
square mall.
Artie has a Secret Lab chair, and I sat in Artie's Secret Lab chair when I met her just to sit in it, and I was like, too big.
Yeah, maximum weight.
Oh my god.
154 pounds.
Maximum. I do not
Yeah,
qualify
like,
for that chair.
This is for literal
This is for
children.
Children.
Wow.
This is a $300 children's chair.
Yeah.
Wow.
Hey,
Or I do know some people that are under 5 feet tall. They probably would qualify for that.
you said
Yeah,
small. I found the extra.
There it is.
No, you did it. I didn't even know that was a thing. That must be new. Like
That
this-
is
It's
last
really
cycle or
wild.
two.
Yeah.
yeah.
super wild. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Wild. Okay. So
Okay.
the other one I have is just a nice blankie so that I'm always cold. So if I'm sitting still and not moving, I get cold super fast.
The
especially my
antithesis
feet.
of the fan. Yeah.
It's the opposite of the fan. So I just grabbed the Snuggie. I didn't actually plan to wear this when I made the image. So this is almost too warm right now. But having a nice, what does that say? Blanket of coolness. But you got to be comfortable when you're gaming. So whether I'm on the couch or whether I'm in a computer chair, I always have a blanket on me. I like having my legs covered.
I've got a Breath of the Wild blanket right now.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so I can relate.
Being cozy's nice. Like,
Yeah,
Being
it's
cozy
like,
is nice.
you either want to be cozy or breezy. Those are really the only. Those are the extremes, and no one seems to be in the middle ever.
No one's ever been in the middle.
No one has ever just been comfortable.
So those are my two.
Sweet. Those are good. I could definitely see those on someone's actual top 5.
Mhm.
Mm.
We have fan, blanket, chair.
Yeah.
Well,
Who
and
thought that these would be on the video game accessories lists?
Well, and I
I
like
just
that-
linked it, guys. Nobody pays attention.
You don't get to
No,
see.
you don't
can't
get
link stuff
you can't link stuff.
because you might be a bot.
Wait,
I have,
did
I
it
have
really? It shows it.
not for anyone else. Everyone else
Yeah,
just sees 3 asterisks.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
I turned
That's
off.
rude.
I don't want blind links in my chat.
I'm not a Robo Zelda. What?
Oh no.
Oh no.
We've activated
no.
her.
Oh no.
Beep boop.
I do gotta say, so far, like game accessories being what they are, they're as some of them get kind of cheap, and then you can pay literally for a car for some game accessories. But like, I like that we've got a good range. Like even stuff like the worm light, like even back in the day, that was $20 maybe.
Yeah, it was a lot of money.
Like yeah, but I mean, it's still like. It's okay. Like most kids
Yeah.
can save up, grab one of those. Can't get a game, but you can get a worm light.
Mhm.
And like, yeah, Meebos. That's a couple bucks. Like, mice, even a decent gaming mouse isn't that expensive these days. Like for an okay one, you know.
Yeah.
So,
Oh yeah. Same. Yeah. Keyboards and mice are very accessible now.
so I like that we got like a wide range of availability on these. But now it's time for number one, isn't it?
That's you.
It's me.
Sure
First
is.
off.
All right. So my number one, I had a hard time sorting my list, so I kind of didn't. But I put this in at number one because, as far as I can remember, this was the very first gaming accessory or peripheral that I ever bought. And with that in mind, if anybody wants to hazard a guess as to what it is, I'm all ears. I will say that it has been mentioned offhand already.
I was going to say, my guess would have been, but because this hasn't been mentioned offhand though, would have been a rechargeable AA battery thing.
Okay.
But I don't think that's been mentioned. But that I could see being your first purchase, because like you might get a wireless controller for freebies, like in a kit, but then buy the batteries for it. But nobody's talked about that, so.
I don't know. My guess would be a good desk.
Okay. Okay.
Can't have those monitors on a shit desk.
That's very true. The weight becomes an issue.
Wait,
Yeah.
this was the first thing that you bought?
Yep. This was the first gaming peripheral that I ever purchased.
Oh man.
You gotta remember, I remember renting video games and buying Prima strategy guides, so.
Is it a Game Genie?
Okay.
Because we talked about the shark. Sort of been mentioned off. I'm going Game Genie.
That's a good guess.
Okay.
I'm trying to think it back. Can I get a hint of which console was your first console?
You rented games.
Or was that too much of a giveaway?
It's a bit too much of a giveaway.
Okay. It was a Virtual Boy. You suck.
Okay.
I'm gonna guess a Sega Genesis was probably your first. You might have been a Sega. No, because you're a Nintendo dude now.
Well, that's
I don't know.
Sega
I'm gonna
doesn't
say
make consoles anymore. So.
I'm gonna say like a gaming joystick, like a fighting game joystick.
Okay.
Ooh, good one.
Okay. All right.
Not that you're a fighting game person, but
maybe as a kid.
We got a lot of good
Maybe.
guesses. Y'all wrong. What it
No,
is?
I like my answer.
It's a good. No, these are all good answers. Battery packs, and Game Genies. All these are good answers. But no, the first one that I ever purchased, Zelda mentioned it earlier. It was the magnifying Game Boy Light. I had the worm.
What a piece of shit top choice.
Well, here's the thing. Part of it was the nostalgia factor. It was the first one that I owned. This is friggin' it. I still have this piece of shit.
Okay. That's pretty cool.
Because as a kid, I got this Game Boy Color with this copy of Pokemon in it. And
amazing.
Driving up to friggin' Madawaska for Christmas, 8-hour drive in the car, a fair amount of it at night.
Madawaska?
Yeah.
What are you doing going up there?
That's where my mom's
Santa.
family's from.
Seeing the Canadians.
Man.
Yep. So yeah, this literally it clipped on to the top.
Oh my god.
It flipped open, has the light.
Yep.
But the thing was,
I should have known it was Pokemon related.
The thing is, it actually lit magnifies it pretty dang well to the point where you can actually see what's going on just right there
it's pretty
instead of way back there unlit. Let me get the angle right so the light's on it. And yeah, this made it so that I could play Pokemon in the car and, without straining my little child eyes, because it was like this thing's like the equivalent of like a 5x reading glass. Like,
Yeah, it's serious business.
It's super serious business. Now, if you excuse me, I'm just going to play Pokemon for the rest of the game.
You still got to click buttons there, buddy.
Yeah.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah, the Game Boy, like, it is big. It rattles around. It actually came with like a set of bigger buttons.
The bigger buttons. Yep.
Which I think I've got those around here
Incredible.
somewhere. I didn't use those too much.
What a piece of work. Sometimes did the buttons come with a little grip too? I can't remember if there was like a little tiny handheld grip that went with it. If it was just the buttons.
This one just came with the buttons. Let me type that in there. But yeah, so this was it. Like, this very system right here, it like doubles the weight of the Game Boy, because the Game Boy Color is pretty light. It's pretty good.
But it didn't drain any power like the light would.
That's true. It didn't sap off of the double A's back here. It has 2 triple A's up in the light itself. And even like when the light was good, you could still use the magnifier if you really wanted. You can also just play with it folded if for whatever reason you had to, and still magnify it a little bit. It is in comparison to a lot of the other stuff that I've had on my list and the stuff that everyone else has had on theirs. It is lame in comparison. No lie, but yeah, like this made it so that I could use this Game Boy.
I appreciate that choice, especially for the nostalgia.
That's great. I mean, the nostalgia factor, it made gaming, it was a must-have for gaming in car rides, which as a child, you're always shuttled to places.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, there it is.
I remember specifically this Pelican one, yeah.
Yep. Yeah,
I remember being obsessed with accessories.
Yeah, and I think this is what got me hooked. It was just like, wait, I can buy a thing that makes my game easier to play. Sick. It's a little. I don't even remember how old I was. It actually took me a good while to convince my parents to let me get this, because they were like, we were a PC gaming household when I was a child. I didn't get a console until I bought a PS2 Slim in high school, with some Christmas money. So it took them a lot to be like, well, why do you need a Game Boy? And I specifically said, whenever we drive up to Meme's house.
Done.
And they were like, yeah, it's 6 hours in a car. Okay, yeah.
It's 6 hours in our child, yeah.
So that's my number one.
You don't want to take any guesses at my number one?
Alright, so we already got amiibos. I know you don't have a joystick and throttle.
I'm gonna guess a VR headset.
Okay, yeah, that's a good option.
I thought about that, but the VR headset that I have is the Oculus Quest 2, which is essentially a console. It's not an accessory that connects to my PC. It is its own pre-contained thing, so I considered it a console, and I didn't put that there.
Okay.
I will give you a hint.
Okay,
I will give you a hint.
Yes.
And this might make people mad. It is 2 things. I'm sorry, Brian.
Yeah, that would obviously make us mad. You're supposed to pick one thing.
Brian, I'm sorry.
I'm hoping it's 2 things that are part of the same peripheral.
Here we fucking go.
That might be okay.
I almost wonder
but if it's 2 different peripherals, I'm gonna lose.
Is it? I'm gonna guess like a driving wheel and pedals.
I think he's trolling us. I think it is a pair of Joy-Cons.
That's not an accessory though.
It is. You can buy
your Xbox controller is an accessory.
Yeah, you can buy extras.
Okay.
Yeah. So I think
I know what it is.
I think he's trolling us. Yeah.
What is it, Brian?
No, it's a keyboard and mouse. It's a good keyboard and mouse. He hasn't mentioned that yet.
Okay, yep. I was gonna get my initial thought for Sean was keyboard, but when he said it was 2 things, I waived it. But keyboard, mouse, yep.
Oh, there are now 3 ways that you can sit and play games. You can sit hunched over at your keyboard and mouse. You can sit back with your controller and just be like, or you can have your 2 Joy-Cons and just lay them at your sides and play. You can just have your hands all the way out. It's like,
So it's Joy-Cons.
I am happy.
Joy-Cons.
I am happy for 2 reasons. A, that my prediction was right, and that someone else has played that way.
It's so comfortable.
Like
so good.
Yeah. Because I do that. Like, I'll be playing Breath of the Wild or whatever, just hands down at my sides, sitting on the couch.
Yeah, because you're like, I have to sit like. Nope, just split them up.
Yep, and I'll just be sitting playing, just the thumbs moving.
It's so good.
And Arg looks at me like I'm silly.
No, I'm with you, buddy.
Like,
I am on this train.
No, it's so comfy. Yeah.
And you could get different fun colors.
yes. Yes,
So
absolutely.
yeah, that's my number 1. I'm sorry that I trolled you. I knew it would work. I didn't think you would get on there, but you did. Zelda, what's your number 1?
So happy.
My number 1 is very, very close to something that somebody already has said.
Hey.
Not in their honorable mentions.
So you've talked about headsets. You didn't talk about chairs.
You said it wasn't a chair, though. Unless you're also
Not
just
sure.
straight up lying.
No,
Is it
I
a
am straight up
I
telling
didn't
the truth.
lie.
No.
I was
No. Let's see.
You don't do any like joystick gaming.
Yeah, you don't have, because I know. Yeah, when we play squad, well, I don't know. I think when you play Squadrons, you play with that very Xbox controller.
It's
Do I?
I don't.
I think
know.
it's a nice monitor.
Yes.
I think it's a nice monitor because you stare at your monitor all day.
Do I?
Mm.
I mean, many days where
Is
you
it-
stream.
What do you? Oh no, it's. Is it contacts? No, you got LASIK. Yeah. Is it LASIK? No, I bet it's blue blockers. I bet it's filtered glasses.
But
Well, we've already. I said
they
it's very
said-
close to something.
yeah,
No,
but it's
no
not
no
the
one
same.
specific. You've mentioned
No, that's
too
true.
many
That's-
monitors,
That's true.
but not a good monitor.
Yeah,
My final answer.
I would
Yeah,
guess.
I went
would
quantity
guess that
over.
too.
Yeah, because I went quantity over quality.
My numero uno
or-
thing. Okay.
Or it's a keyboard, because we haven't mentioned keyboard yet. We've mentioned it, but we haven't put it on the list.
I do have 3 keyboards right next to me.
Oh boy. So none of them are any good because you need 3.
Unless I have my favorite one that I okay. My number 1 thing is number 1 to me because it will make or break the rest of your gaming day / life / forever because it's a part of your dominant hand. It is a Razer gaming mouse.
Ah.
Okay.
I went
okay.
with specifically the Razer Mamba. I like it because it's a little bit more smaller than the one that you had said. It's very similar. I looked up the specs earlier when yours came up, Brian. It's very, very similar. It's like a millimeter smaller or something. But
yeah, the shape
the
is
mouse
the
fingers
same,
are
though.
not. They're not as flared as yours are.
Okay.
So they fit my small hand much nicer.
Mm.
This has made all the difference in enjoying keyboard mouse games because, like you said, with the Razer, it's awesome having a nice gaming mouse with the higher DPI, being able to play games accurately and quickly, and it's comfortable as shit, and they last forever. Like my previous mouse before this one was another Razer. I can't remember the name, but I brought that thing to work. I used it so much. It was just like so comfortable and it's so light. And if you've got the wrong mouse, you're going to be in a world of wrist pain, arm pain, elbow pain, finger pain, and then you're not going to be able to game. Not even with your Joy-Cons at your side.
Game pain.
Game pain.
Game pain. this honorable mention does go to this Logitech, whatever this thing is, MX Master 3.
Yeah, the MX. The MX
it has like a really extreme kind of angle, but it is, if I need to, I use that one for non-gaming purposes. It just, I don't know, it's a little bit more comfortable for certain activities, but when I'm gaming or streaming or anything like that, I'm using the Razer like all the time.
Oh, I see.
The MX mice are just good mice, and yeah, some of those.
It's just really, it's a lot bigger for me. The MX is like much too big for my hand.
It's not small,
but it forces my wrist into that like twisted angle that will help me on days where I may be feeling a little strain.
Feeling the strain.
Razer all day.
Yep.
Razer was sharp, now sharp. Yes, that's it.
You don't want a dull Razer.
You don't.
Nope.
No.
Nope.
All right, Brian, take us home.
All right. Any guesses on mine?
All right. So you have already mentioned the HOTAS. You've mentioned your Switch grip. I know you're a big fan.
I have not mentioned your Xbox controller yet.
Yeah, I wonder if it's just
or a Pro controller.
Yeah, or Joy-Cons.
Any controllers.
Yeah.
I have not mentioned any controllers. That's true.
Yeah.
And you did talk about your Switch Comfort Grip. You do a fair amount of Switch gaming lately.
Yeah.
I wonder if it's a chair.
You wonder?
He has not mentioned his chair. He does love his chair.
He has not
That's
mentioned
true.
his chair. I'm going to go with chair. It's either chair or controller.
I'll cover bases and I'll say the controller then.
Okay. Zelda?
I'm going to cover my bases and say lap cat. Must
Lap
have
cat.
gaming accessory.
See,
I wish Gareth doesn't climb up on me anymore when
I know he's not a lap cat. Or I'm going to go with bed cat.
He's a bed cat.
Is he behind me right now?
I don't know.
Nope.
Half the time.
He's a jerk. He's sleeping somewhere else right now.
Gareth!
He's usually behind me on stream.
Time.
But, one of you is right.
Okay.
I like your strategy of covering your bases. Mine is my gaming chair. I mean, it was like a little over a year ago. I was complaining about my back. I was really screwing up my back, working from home and then like hanging out at home. So this has a funny story.
Yeah, it does.
So I like posted like I need a new chair, any recommendations, and then I just went out and I ordered myself a new chair.
We had already, as a group, a month before he posts this, decided to buy him the chair he's sitting in.
Yes.
And then he's like, hey, my back hurts. I really need a new chair. And his sister, who knows what we're doing, who is in on the deal, goes, just go get a new chair. And Brian's like, okay, I'm going to get a new chair. And I'm like, what the hell?
To be fair, though, fair to her, my back was already really screwed up.
Bad shape.
Yeah,
so
I was missing work days because I couldn't get up. My back was so screwed up because my old chair, which was older than my students, like it was like 20 years old. My old chair. So there was like literally no cushioning left in it. I would have been better off.
You were doing remote
with a folding chair
then too.
Yeah, I was also working from home half the days.
It was 100% the right choice to do. It was just really funny based on the time.
Yeah, it was just annoying to every one of us that was involved. Because when I
got the box, like Sean came over and brought the box over, I was like, "What the hell is this?" But this chair is amazing. It's super comfortable. It's sort of race car like, but it's not like fully like it. Like I can lean back in it. It's got adjustable armrests. I can sit comfortably with my legs crossed, which is usually how I sit at my desk. I love this chair, and if you don't have a good chair, it will ruin your gaming experience. You need something to sit on if you're not on a couch. So I think that's why it's my number one. It affects like everything I do, gaming wise. So yeah, this chair rules, and I'm gonna use this chair for 20 years until my back is screwed up again. And
He's
then I'll
not.
get
He's
another
not.
one.
He's gonna wait and see the signs.
Well, I mean, this one also has Yasuo. It's like Yasuo themed, so I keep trying to like move out of the way so you can see it. There's a sword.
But
Yeah.
you
And it's got little tornadoes on the back. And it's
Do
blue.
you like the little pillow?
Yes, I do. I actually really do like the pillow.
So now
Little squish.
If we take 3 of our top 4, or 3 of our top ones, just discount the magnifying glass thing, we got a pretty good start to a gaming setup here. We got a nice chair. We got some Joy-Cons to crack back with. We got a mouse.
Yeah, then
We're
put
in
a
good
Game Boy
shape.
magnifier on your monitor.
Yeah, so you can sit further
So
back.
good.
Yeah. Yeah. Just attach it to your headset instead.
And the magnifier also has a light, so when your monitor is not working in the dark, you can light it up.
Yep. Just turn that on.
Just
toggle,
game
yeah.
all that
screen.
light right there. If like all right, if your monitor is so bad that one mid
A Game Boy
2000s
magnifier light.
2000s LED that somehow still works is better than your monitor's backlight, there's some problems.
None of us mentioned, well, you mentioned the number of displays, but none of us said like a really nice display.
I think for me, my like a nice display really does make a difference. Like even the difference between the monitors that I got from work, which are decent, they're fine for work, compared to the ones that I bought with my own money. Like the my own money ones are nice. It is a nicer picture. The refresh rate's a little nicer. They're not crazy HD, but it is nice to have a nice screen. But for me, it's quantity. Like it's screen real estate. Like either a big monitor or multiple monitors. That's what does it for me. Because part of it is that this computer I have here is good. Like I spent my pandemic, what money that I would have spent traveling in the year of 2020 just went towards upgrading this box, realistically. And it's good. It's decent. It is not top of the line and will probably never be powerful enough to run the best monitor out there. So why bother?
Good point. It's a fair point.
But I think to Sean's point though, if you have a crappy monitor, like a bad, old, low refresh rate, half the pixels are dead and dim monitor, that you're gonna hurt your eyes. You know, like you gotta.
That's true.
There's a minimum. You know,
we have taken for granted our good monitors that we all have.
Yep.
I should have put it on my list.
Actually, yeah. You know what, Sean? What we did, instead of all of us getting nicer monitors that are better for our eyes, we all bought glasses, is what we did.
Yeah.
That's right.
It's true.
Yeah. So it was more bearable to stare at these damn things. The chair is great. Thank you, Nate. I love this chair.
So our best accessory list is chair, headset, mice, HOTAS, and portable lights. Portable lights.
Yeah, because portable lights got mentioned twice between the worm light and my magnifier.
Oh.
Not a lot of other stuff got mentioned twice.
Blue blockers did on the
that's
honorable
true.
mentions, but yeah.
Yeah. But like chair, the place where you put your buttons has one. And I mean, like we mentioned, like I would have accepted couch. Like
I was saying, if Zelda had said couch, I would have been like, okay, well, my prediction of everybody will say somewhere that we sit.
Headset also got mentioned twice. Sean and myself.
That's number 2.
For what it's worth.
Yep.
Yeah, that's on there.
My God, totally missed it. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, chair.
Chair.
The best gaming accessory ever. So predictions. I know we didn't have a huge window for making predictions. For my part, I really only had 3 predictions. I predicted that Brian would put his HOTAS on there somewhere. Because I remember when you
as I did for you.
Yep.
I got your
because like we started playing Squadrons together, and like I had a joystick already, you had a controller, and it was like it was fun, it was good,
it was fun.
And then when we both upgraded, we were like, this is the best game ever.
Yeah. Like I got you the day I gave it to you. Like we played that night.
Yeah.
I was like, all right, now I'm gonna go home because we're gonna play.
Yeah. And you got yours, and yeah, it was shortly after. Like it was good stuff. I predicted specifically that Sean would mention a chair. I was not sure that everybody else would mention a chair in some respect, except Sam. So, like, yeah. So I predicted Sean would say chair. Sort of a prediction. I said we'll call this a miss. I thought someone was going to put the Wavebird on a list. We talked.
I was very close.
Like we talked about it, and we all agree that it's an excellent controller. But I thought that it would show up somewhere.
It almost did for me because when they came out, I definitely went crazy. I was like, "This is the greatest invention of all time."
Yep. Yeah, I had a set of 4. I had 2 battery chargers to charge all the double A's and everything. I was in hard on that.
Yep. It was a good time playing Smash and Mario Kart.
Mm-hmm.
My predictions.
Mario Kart Double Dash. Oh my god.
Yep.
So my predictions, I had 4, and 3 of them came true. So like,
damn.
I also guessed HOTAS for Ian. Zelda specifically, I knew Xbox controller. Sean, I said headset and VR headset. Because I knew Sean has a VR headset.
Yep.
But he did not.
It was close. Like I said, it's just that it's too close to a console in the way that it operates. So it did cross my mind.
Yeah. So I got 3 points.
My predictions were that everybody would say chair, and that I thought that Brian would mention his comfort grip because I've seen that on his Switch. So I got that one.
You got it. Yeah, because of that weekend at the house. Yep. Good eye. Zelda.
I mostly missed on all of mine. I thought that somebody would mention Razer keyboard, but the closest I got was the Razer mouse. I correctly said that both Ian and Brian would mention their HOTASs. I was like, absolutely must have. And then for Sean, I thought Sean would mention, because he's got brothers, I thought he would mention a link cable or the Game Boy Advance, GameCube connector splitter thingies. Just I was thinking with brothers and games, it seemed like a must-have accessory. So
yeah, it's
got one of 3.
My brothers and I, it's a lot easier than explaining it. But my brothers actually have the same father, different mothers, so we lived in different households. So we didn't have a whole lot of gaming interaction as kids until we all got onto PCs and played on the internet. So,
okay, there it is.
Yep.
And then the world changed.
It did.
When when this was first brought up, the first thing I thought about was how if you play Zelda 4 Swords, like the first one, you need 4 Game Boys and 4 link cables and stuff. It's like pain in the ass.
Never did
but
it.
I wouldn't say even though I have all those just to play 4 Swords, I don't think they're like necessary accessories for me, except for that game where it's literally necessary.
I think like the only thing that was said on here that I kind of wish I'd mentioned, at least as an honorable mention, was the multi-tap that Brian mentioned.
Yep.
Because like I had it for the PS2, for all of the 4-player PS2 games that I played. Because I mostly bounced between the Cube and the PS2, and Nintendo, being forward thinking, was already like, no, we're gonna need 4 controllers. Just
Yep.
That like the multi-tap that you mentioned for the Super Nintendo, that was the last one they made for like 20 years. They didn't make another multi-tap until they came out with the for the Wii U, the dock adapter, so you could plug in Cube controllers into your Wii U. Technically, that's a multi-tap. That's the first one they
Yep.
made in 20 years, and I own that one too.
Yeah.
because,
good.
Because Smash.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I
gotta
kind of
smash.
I kind of regret not having the not having a multi-tap on my list, but
Yeah, multi-tap's a good target.
Word. This was a fun one though.
This was a good list.
This was, I think,
Yeah.
next to sandwiches. I think this was one of our least contentious lists.
Yeah. Aside from someone hates mesh chairs.
Look,
You know,
Look.
I gotta speak my truth, as the kids say.
yeah, but kids are wrong.
Kids are dumb. That is true.
Like,
All right, we're fighting now.
They don't know
I'm
any
driving
better.
down. I'm driving to your house. I'm gonna come stab your chair and then leave.
Look,
Oh man.
depending on what you stab it with, it won't even know.
If it's a needle.
Oh, I'll tell it
Any
the
sort of-
entire
any
time.
sort
I'll
of
be talking
prompt
to it.
device.
Like, if you want me to keep talking about the benefits of mesh chairs,
How about you prepare a top 5 mesh chairs for us for
Ooh,
next time?
Yeah.
Or you could trick them into stabbing a non-mesh chair a bunch of times, and then it becomes a mesh chair.
That's just smart.
Yeah.
Ian's mesh chair services.
Brought to you by
I-
Ian and Sean.
I read a lot of reviews before I settled on this chair. Like, in all honesty, here we go. What was this? Oh yeah, one of those extra, like the super memory
Yeah.
cards. Yeah,
I remember those for PS1 and PS2.
those were cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, memory cards were close. The only problem was they were basically essential. You had to have at least one.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that was
Yeah.
where I didn't put them on my list because they weren't.
Unless you want. Sorry.
Yeah, no, I was gonna say like some, like when you buy a console, it comes with a controller. I wouldn't necessarily consider that when it comes with an accessory, but additional ones I would consider an accessory, like the Joy-Cons, like having more than one Joy-Con. But like the memory cards, you legit cannot save your game without them. Like, and the controllers had the slots built in for them, so it was mostly a ploy for them to just make you buy more things.
That's how they get you.
Yeah, the 64 memory card, that one it depended, because a lot of games would save stuff on the cartridge still, but there were
Some
games
didn't,
that wouldn't, and you
Hmm.
needed that slot in where you either had memory or you had Rumble. That's what you
Rumble.
had.
Yep.
And then the Dreamcast had, like, not only was there
The
a
BTU?
A
whole,
little Tamagotchi.
yeah,
Yeah.
they made a game out of their memory cards.
Yep.
And they made it so that you knew if you didn't have one. It had the window, so you could tell. It's like, oh, there is literally something missing from this controller. I guess I'd better go and buy a memory unit.
Yeah. What it wasn't called a BTU. What was it called?
I don't even remember.
It was some weird thing.
Dreamcast memory card. What did you call it?
VMU.
VMU.
Yeah. Except the batteries have all died on all of them at this point.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Man. Dreamcast.
It
What a
had
crazy system.
Had some things going for it, but it
Yeah.
was bad launch, bad timing.
Yeah.
R.I.P. Sega.
Yeah. Good times.
Cool.
Well,
I think we did it.
We did it. We did a thing.
did a thing. Thing did.
Zelda's not turn.
There it is.
There we go.
Esports.
I showed you my esports. Please respond.
Or you can do squished esports if you'd like.
Yeah.
Yeah, squished esports is an option now.
Yeah, it's not so good for getting people's attention, but it's fun.
Run over esports.
Thanks for having me on your show.
Thanks
for
for
hanging
coming.
out.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
Nice.
You are welcome anytime.
Yep. But yeah, no, seriously, thank you, Zelda, for coming on with us. This was awesome. When is our Oh, our next episode's
I
right.
know, you guys have
23rd.
been
Right
brainstorming some
before-
good ideas,
right
so
before
I'm
Christmas.
excited to make the next one.
If we do top 5 Christmas gifts you've ever gotten.
I could do that.
It's not a bad idea.
Not bad.
Nintendo 60
Holiday gifts.
I'm sorry, holiday gifts.
Yeah.
Top 5 holiday gifts you've received? Is that?
Oh man, it's just gonna be every console I ever got for a holiday. That's what it's gonna be. Or maybe
Well, there
this
it is.
chair.
Spoilers.
This chair.
It doesn't have to be gaming.
Chair.
It could be anything.
Look, yeah, but the
Yeah,
thing
if
is,
this chair is number one
friends.
here, it's got to be on your other list at least.
Half of the presents that I have ever gotten, birthday, Christmas, or otherwise, have been gaming related. If not video gaming, then D&D. So
For me, it was either like music related or video games.
So I mean, I'm down. I'm totally down with the holiday themed 5 list next time.
Okay.
Woo.
All right.
Yeah.
We'll lock it in and we'll find us a guest.
Yes. So more to come on that in the coming days. But yeah, again, thanks for Zelda for coming on with us. Thank you to everybody who hopped in chat and made fun of our choices and supported our choices. Especially supported my choices. I prefer that all the time.
Specific.
But yeah, no, thank you for watching. Thank you for chatting with us. This coming week, we got D&D a shocking 2 nights in a row.
Whoa!
Yeah. We
Who
got
D's
our
and D's.
D's and D's.
Oh yeah, I never actually showed this off. I should.
Oh, what?
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, is that the gradiented one? Is that like
Yeah, the gradient red one. Yeah,
Oh, so
That is
pretty.
cool.
it's nice. I like the gradient style ones. They're very cool.
That's good shit. But we got D&D on Monday. We got our Hellscape Navigators game coming in as per usual. We are on, I don't remember how many episodes total, but it's actually going to be the 21st session in Season 2, since we started running around in the
It puts us
jungles
around.
of Chult.
It's gonna be way more than 50 because we've been going for more than a year.
Oh yeah, no, our first, I don't remember how many episodes the first season went. I will have to look up our YouTube channel and double check on that. But yeah, we're 20 episodes deep on that one, so please join us there. And if you want to just start fresh with some D&D, if you're like 20 episodes is too damn many, why are you trying to get me to watch now? Tuesday night, we are starting a brand new D&D game, hosted by our good friend Jekka. She will be DMing for us, and it is on top of that, it's D&D. Our friend Jekka is running it. Third thing, if you need encouragement, is it's Humblewood. We will be adorable, furry, and feathered animals trying to stab the shit out of some stuff in the woods.
Nothing better.
43?
34.
34. Oh, wow.
34 episodes in season 1.
Yeah, so over 50 episodes of D&D. And counting. Our channel. But yeah, Tuesday night, come and join our brand new Humblewood game. We'll be getting that kicked off 7:30 Eastern time. And that's all I got.
Yep.
That is all you got.
That's all I got. I'm out. I'm out of gas. I'm out of beer.
That means we're done.
We could fix one of those things.
Can't use the Game Shark on D&D. I know. It's a lot harder to put on big head mode in D&D. Like,
My number one gaming accessory, my dog.
oh,
Doggy.
yes.
Aw.
Have a good night,
Poochie
everybody.
Good night.
You too.
Good night.
Have a good evening.
Yeah, everybody, have a good night. Thank you for watching. Thank you for coming. Thank you for voting on stuff. Till then, till next time. Until then, blah, 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 blah. Enjoy your evening. Have a good night.